So I've been spending a ton of time playing Black Ops 4 ever since it came out, pretty much non-stop except for one nap and me eating, but besides that, I've been doing nothing but Black Ops 4 ever since it came out, and I know we're still on release date, but I would still say that that's a good amount of time played in this game. And of course, the reason why I'm stressing I have a good amount of time playing this game is because I want to talk about some issues I've recently discovered, well, not discovered because a lot of people are also talking about them, but I guess experienced with Black Ops 4, and these are probably the biggest problems currently with the game. Now, before I continue any further, I want to say this right away. I've been absolutely loving Black Ops 4. There's just so much I like about it. I mean, there's things that I thought I would dislike that I actually ended up liking. One of those being 9. I thought I was going to despise 9. I don't know why, but I thought 9 looked like trash. I thought it would look like one of the worst zombie maps ever. Well, maybe not worse, but it looked pretty bad when I was watching all the trailers and gameplay and intros. I just thought it looked really bad. Of course, I always thought Voyage looked kind of cool, but never 9. But of course, once I actually got in 9, I was all like, whoa, this is a nice map. And then on top of that, they actually got me to like Diego super easy, and I swear it's not for a reason that somebody may be thinking, but regardless, he's just hilarious. He's a cool guy. He's just like, wow, I don't know, but I just find it strange that they were able to make me like the Chaos maps and the Chaos characters, well, at least one of them so far, so easily. It was just weird, but regardless, that's just what I want to say. That I want to make sure that everyone understands that I'm not doing this to hate on it. This is purely because I think it's just bad for the game and not fun to deal with. These 3 major problems with Black Ops 4. So anyways, without delay, let's actually get into these. And we'll start with the biggest one right away, because this one, I just am at a loss for words for it. I actually don't understand who thought this was a good idea, and I've heard the mentality behind it. I heard Jason Blundell talk about this, but I still don't get it, and I do not agree with him in the slightest. But of course, I'm talking about the removal of not only Jugg, but also double tap and speed cola. And the problem with this is that, okay, fine, take it out. You don't want people using these as a crutch. You don't like crutch things in your game. I get that. But when you do that, you have to make sure that there's something to replace it, or the reason why it's no longer needed. And they just did not do that. I mean, you still need Juggernog, and in fact, you need it more than ever, because inside 5 and Blood of the Dead, these are some of the tightest maps I've played in a while, and to take out Jugg from that, it's just like, what? Why? It just blows my mind that they thought this was a good idea. I just don't get it at all. I mean, see, what I would think is that, okay, you want to get rid of Jugg because it's a crutch. Well, one way to do it is to rather just permanently give them more health, or the other one they could do is just make the maps wider, just for you won't have to be running the zombies all the time. But in fact, they did the opposite. They give you less health. Well, I guess they gave you the normal health, but they got rid of Jugg, and then on top of that, they made the map skinnier. It's just like, explanation, please. I want an explanation. And that's the only one perk, because we got 2 other perks to talk about, and the other one is double tap. Like, okay, just think about it like this now. Really, there's no real replacement for any of these perks, including double tap. So that means the only way to increase your bullets damage is by pack punching, which is fine. But really, like, I don't know, it just feels so weird without double tap. All your guns feel like potato shooters instead of guns once you get into like round 15. It's crazy. I didn't realize, well, actually I did, because it feels like I'm playing rather Ascension or Origins all over again, because it's so hard to get double tap on the, well, one, it's impossible. The other one, it's so hard to get double tap on those maps. And it's just like when you're at round 15, like your gun is running out of ammo so fast because it just doesn't deal enough damage. And that's why I don't understand why there was not a replacement made for double tap. I just don't get that one in the slides, because I thought at first that they were just going to make your guns all around stronger just to replace it, but that's not the case actually, because your guns are just as strong as they are on normal round 15 as ever. So I just don't get the removal of double tap without a proper replacement. I just don't understand it. I mean, like I said, what I think is good game design is to make that irrelevant, or the thing that you want to remove that's a crutch. If you're dead set on having this removed, you have to rather make it irrelevant, or you need to make something that's a good enough replacement that's no longer needed. And they did not do this with rather Juggernog or double tap. And this leads me to the final one, and this is speed cola. I know there are fast mags on some guns that you can unlock, and I get that. But I mean, not all guns have it, especially the wonder weapons, and it's still not as fast as you would have inside Speedy Cola. And I just, again, don't understand it because there's not a proper replacement, and there's not a way of making it irrelevant. It's just lacking. It's just not there. That's all there is to it, and I just don't get it. I don't get it, and honestly, of all of these, I don't know why, but Speedy Cola has been the number one I missed. I mean, I'm over there trying to reload, thinking this is taking so long. When I'm on round 20, I mean, I didn't realize how difficult it was to play without Speedy Cola. I mean, I just become so accustomed to Speedy Cola that it's just is quite ridiculous that I can't even believe it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's annoying not having Jugg, and it's annoying not having Double Tap, but Speedy Cola is a pain. My gosh, without it, wow, do I miss you. And this is exactly why I'm now using the kosher of Speedy Cola instead of Juggernog, because I just miss it more than all the other perks. I mean, I do hate that Jugg and Double Tap are gone, but Speedy Cola has been the biggest pain for me. But anyways, those are the complaints I have with the perk system. I just think that they were all handled not correctly, and they need to have some sort of fix, some sort of replacement, or making them irrelevant in one way or another sometime soon, or this is just going to be that annoyance that just keeps coming back. But anyways, the next things I want to jump into is actually points/stores, and a lot of you may already know this if you guys have watched my video on the breakdown of the entire maps of all the 3 maps that I've talked about. But my gosh, the doors are expensive. Like, what? Why did you make the doors so expensive? And not only are they more expensive, but they're more abundant. I mean, there's more doors than ever, and oh my gosh, don't even talk about Voyage of Despair. Oh my gosh, way too many doors, way too expensive. And on top of that, there's this new point system that I don't know how it works. Why is that fly flying around? Get out of here. But I just don't get the point system. Maybe it's good, maybe it's bad. I don't know. I don't really understand it currently, but all I know is that it feels like I have less points than ever, and maybe that's just because more things are expensive and it's just the same. But imagine this, and I'm not going to say this is the case because I still don't understand the point system, but what if the points, well, you're getting less points than ever, and now there's more doors and more expensive doors than ever? Why is all of this happening? I just don't get it. That's just a huge problem with what's going on inside Black Ops 4. But this leads me to the final problem I have with Black Ops 4. And this one is just by far, this one just is all like all the other ones are annoying because but these ones, like, they take time to annoy you. But this last one is just like, it just happens. It's like, the hell? And it has to be the last zombie. Like, why is the last zombie dying with just, he's not respawning, he just dies and the round ends? What? Why is this? I mean, just think about this. Ever since at least Black Ops, maybe even World at War, but at least Black Ops, what's been the continuous complaint inside the zombies community? It's easily been how annoying it is to have a last zombie. And so what I assume Treyarch thought, well, that's super annoying, and also since they're all dead set on making their game fun to watch, let's just get rid of it, right? Let's just not have a last zombie, just end the round to keep constant action. Like, no, that's not what we wanted. Oh my gosh. And the only way I could think about this is that they want to make it fun to watch and have constant action or something like that. Or they also want, why are there 2 flies? But anyways, or the other thing is that they just want to make their their Easter eggs more difficult to solve because you can't hold the last zombie. That's the only thing I can think of. These flies are annoying. But anyways, that's really all my problems with this, and I just don't understand them, and they are super annoying. I mean, they're not problems that'll make me stop playing the game, but they're problems that'll just drag on and just, in the end, they'll probably leave me with a negative feeling towards everything, and that's just something I hate about it because there's so much I like about Black Ops 4. I think the elixir system is set to be amazing. I think that the loadout system is, well, I'm not going to touch on that. That's a for a separate video, but there's just so many other, well, I think I like the loadout system. It's just how the perks are being handled is what I don't like, because I like choosing where my perks are going to be and all that good stuff. I really like that part, but I mean, how the perks are being handled is the problem. I mean, there's so much I like. I love Blood of the Dead. I love the story it's telling. Oh my gosh, the story it's telling, top notch. And then Classified, oh my gosh, seeing the old Samantha back is crazy, dude. I didn't know how crazy it would be to see her back. I mean, I'm just loving every moment of it. There's just so much, and even someone who is super skeptical of the Chaos storyline, I'm actually starting to like it. It's just crazy to see that they're doing that much right to just go and make these dumb mistakes that seem like they're more obvious to well, ones that you would think they would avoid more than all the other ones. But anyways, that's about it for this video. Tell me what you guys are thinking. Do you guys agree with me? Do you think these are problems for the game, or are you completely fine with them? And if that is the case, I'd love to hear your opposing opinion down in the comments. But that's about it for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, go ahead, do all the normal YouTube stuff, like, subscribe, bell, share, and especially bell. But I'm gonna go, and I'll catch you guys on the next stream or video.